We haven't seen many open source alternatives to Cursor or GitHub Copilot that truly rival their capabilities, until now. Today, I think I've found one that could seriously change the game. Allow me to introduce Void, an open source agentic AI IDE that has been quietly evolving and now has a powerful public release. Void is a surprisingly polished and feature-rich alternative to Cursor, Windsurf, and Copilot that is completely free. And unlike many open source tools that get abandoned, Void is actively maintained and frequently updated. What makes Void stand out is that it is an agentic AI IDE where it can go beyond autocomplete and many of the features that we see with regular AI agents. Void acts like a pair programmer with goal-driven reasoning and full contextual awareness of your overall codebase. It is going to be something that you can use locally, and it is fully open source where you can run it on your machine, keep your data private, and customize everything. And what's really great is that there's a couple of agents that they have developed to tackle on various sorts of coding tasks. What I really like about Void is the two different distinct AI agent modes designed to give you flexible, powerful coding assistance depending on your workflow needs. We first have agent mode, which is a full power version that could use any model, and it's an agentic agent that's capable of autonomously searching your entire codebase, creating, editing, and deleting files. It can interact directly within your terminal, automate tasks, and make structural code changes. Think of it as an agentic agent similar to Cursor's Composer or Windsurf's Cascade. Then you have the Gather Mode agent. This is another safer version of an agent, and it's designed for users who want more insights without giving the AI right access. It's something that will be ideal for auditing code, answering questions about your project, or working with sensitive environments where safety and transparency matters. Before we get started, I just want to mention that you should definitely go ahead and subscribe to the World of AI newsletter. I'm constantly posting different newsletters on a weekly basis, so this is where you can easily get up-to-date knowledge about what is happening in the AI space. So definitely go ahead and subscribe, as this is completely for free. And on top of that, you have all the features that you would want from many of the other IDEs that we've used, like Cursor, Windsurf, or even extensions like Line, like Tab, Quick Edit, and the Agentic Chat that you can work with the AI to generate anything. You can use any large language model, whether that's proprietary models or frontier or open source models. You also have many cool features that have been added on a regular basis. And this is where you can easily go ahead and install it by going over to the voideditor.com link, which I'll leave in the description below. And you can simply go ahead and download it. This is completely free, so you don't need to worry about it. It will take you to this page where you can install it for your operating system. So I'm going to go ahead and simply install it. Also, just a side note, this is something that has been backed by Y Combinator, so it's definitely something that will continuously get updated after installed. And once you open it up, you're going to be then sent over to this welcome page where you can click on Get Started. This is where you can configure the provider. You can use free providers from OpenRouter, so you can use actually a free model from OpenRouter, like the free DeepSeek R1 model, or you can even add a Gemini model, which is where they're providing a free API. But then you can also bring your own API key from various sorts of providers like Anthropic, OpenAI, and so many others. Now, say if you do not want to use any of these providers and you want to use a local model, you have the ability to connect it with Ollama, vLLM, as well as LLM Studio. You can also add your own model with another local provider. So this way you can fully run this completely for free with your own local model. You can also use Claude as well as other options, which they have specified over here. But what we're going to do is connect a paid provider, because I'm going to be using the Gemini 2.5 Pro. Another thing you can also do is transfer over all your settings and themes from your other IDEs that you might have. So in this case, I'm going to actually do that for VS Code and transfer over all the settings I have. Afterwards, you'll then enter into Void, and on the right hand side, you have the chat interface to work with the two different agents, the Gather as well as the agent mode. And then there's also a chat mode that lets you talk to your model. In this case, I have the Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview 05-06 selected, which is the latest model that Gemini released. It is configured for coding. I highly recommend that you use this. You can also go into the settings tab and select the model that you want to specifically use. And I also recommend that you enable the autocomplete feature. You can also set AI instructions You can also have it so that you can create a .void rules file like client rules so that you can have the AI follow through with the specifications you set. But essentially, this is where you can start interacting with your AI to either create projects, work on debugging, and much more. You also have the ability to set the amount of tokens you want to use. So the more tokens you use, the larger the context window for it to operate within. So let's go over into the chat interface and showcase the capabilities of Void's Agentic IDE. In this case, we're going to set it to agent mode, and we're going to create a SaaS landing page, and we're going to set the token limit all the way to the max, and we're going to send in this prompt to create a landing page. Right away, it is going to reason to create a basic plan to create the SaaS landing page, and you can see the AI is working with different agents to develop the solution for this, and you can see right away it is going to then generate the code for our SaaS landing page. Now it looks like it has finished creating all the code snippets that is essential for this, and what you can see on the top right is that you can either copy the code or you can apply it to a file. Now since I do not have a directory, I'm going to simply create one, and now I can simply apply all the changes to all the files. So I'm going to go and paste in all of the changes that has made and then accept all the edits that was generated by the AI. Now another tip is you can request the AI to generate all the files itself. So in this case, you can see that the AI will autonomously create the HTML file for me as well as the other components. And one thing I'll showcase is that there's actually checkpoints, so you can see all the edits made in each single step, which is a good way to get a visualization of where the AI made changes. So let's now open this up, and there we go. We have our SaaS landing page, and it was able to do this quite quickly, and you can see it is kind of responsive and it looks pretty intuitive. So this is where you can have the agent work on generating various sorts of apps with you, and it is going to be able to tackle on these different tasks that you give it. And in terms of all the edits you can make inline, it is quite similar to Cursor and Windsurf. You can highlight a code snippet, you can add it to the chat as quotation, you can add references to multiple files with the add command. You also have the ability for edit inline, so you can talk to the AI to make generations or edits to the code that you have already. You can also autocomplete with different generations, and this is where this becomes really helpful when you're working on using AI as a pair programmer when editing. And to give you an example of how you can add files, you can see that I've added the DeepSeek web crawler app folder that I had created a while ago, and I can click on files and tag multiple different files I want to work with. So maybe I want to work with the app Python file as well as something else like the main py file, and I can ask it try to scan if there is any bugs and then debug it for me. And this is where the agent mode will autonomously do this. You can also have it set to the gather mode so that it could take more precaution when making changes. You can also have it so that before it makes any changes, it will take you to a diff mode, which I'll showcase in a second. And this way you can review over all the changes before the AI actually executes them. So you can see right now it has scoured through the files that I had tagged, and you can see that there's the ability for you to see the diffs that have been changed. So this is where you can either go ahead and approve it, or you can decline it by rejecting the file changes. And you can see that it was able to correctly find the error, and you have the ability to review over the change and then accept it or reject it based off of if you found the error to be correct. And this is basically how you can easily debug with this agentic AI mode that Void provides. If you like this video and would love to support the channel, you can consider donating to my channel through the super thanks option below. Or you can consider joining our private Discord, where you can access multiple subscriptions to different AI tools for free on a monthly basis, plus daily AI news and exclusive content, plus a lot more. But that's basically it for all the features they have currently. They are working to add new features like an MCP marketplace, as well as a couple of other things like adding image upload feature and a couple of other things. So definitely recommend that you keep an eye out for this, because if they do work on making this a bit better with its agentic capabilities, it would be an ideal open source alternative that you can definitely take a look at. I also recommend that you take a look at their GitHub repo, which has a lot of information about this. But that's basically it, guys, for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel, join the newsletter, as well as the Discord, follow me on Twitter, as well as subscribing to the YouTube channel so that you can stay up to date with the latest AI news. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and please take a look at our previous videos so that you can stay up to date with the latest AI news. But with that thought, guys, have an amazing day, spread positivity, and I'll see you guys really shortly. Peace out, fellas.